Welcome back to the second new format Blazor Puzzle. I'm Carl Franklin from AppVNext. That's Jeff Fritz from Microsoft. What's up, Jeff?
How do? Great to see you, Carl. It's 2025 still.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before it's 2026.
Okay.
We, of course, are doing our second in the new format, our second Blazor Puzzle in the new format, where we are not picking winners, but we are instead showing a problem, taking a break, and showing a solution.
Yep.
So let's dive into our first puzzle, or the next puzzle. Yeah, today's puzzle. Let's dive into today's puzzle, Jeff.
Let's do it. All right, so we left off last time. We were talking about localizing and putting together translations for your application. And we had a sample that looked a little bit like this. I incremented the number.
Okay.
So it's now welcome to Blazor Puzzle 62. And this works because we're using a localizer with a string, right? So that we can loosely reference our list of resource keys that are available in our localizer.
So I take it this is the text that we will have in different languages.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes. We're going to enable the world to be welcome to Blazor Puzzle 62.
All right. Well, let's look at the code on this homepage. And
right.
Again, this looks like this is an interactive server.
Yep.
Yeah.
Simple stuff. We'll get into the craziness of WebAssembly soon.
All right. So how do we throw a monkey wrench in this thing?
So what happens? You see that string that's there inside our localizer on line 8,
Yeah.
right? Carl, I know you and I are amazing typists, and we never make mistakes when we're typing in references like this.
Right.
But let's say you did.
All right. Let's say we said, Hell World.
That's what it looks like with the snow outside. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So if we run this, there's obviously going to be a problem. And magic strings in general are a problem, right?
Yeah, they're not something that we want to embrace. It's one of those things that we've got all kinds of structures that'll help us hide and obfuscate inside of our applications.
Right. And here's what happens.
Welcome to Hell World. It's a wonderful place to be.
Wonderful place to be. So no error, no nothing. It just simply gives you the name of the key rather than the value of any key, because that key doesn't exist in Localizer. Right.
Now, there's many ways that you can get rid of magic strings like this.
An enumeration, for example, or something like that.
A static class with constants in it. There's all kinds of tricks. But there is a way that you can do this that the compiler can help you. And we're going to talk through that sample in just a few seconds here.
Yeah. So stick around if you want to figure it out yourself. Press pause or come back. Otherwise, we'll be right back. All right, Jeff, what is your awesome fix for this?
So what we can do is we can actually invoke a compile tool by adding a couple lines into our CS project file. Okay. So I've already got them in the project file. They're just commented out for right now.
I see.
There they are.
So
what we're going to do is we're going to tell it to run this resx file code generator and output strings.designer.cs.
Okay.
And that file that we're generating, we're going to include when we compile. And it depends on strings.resx. Now,
okay,
with this in place, and you save and you go ahead, and we need to, this is going to generate a class called strings. And previously we had to put in a little bit of a tweak to get the strings to be able to be used inside of our Blazor page. So we need to go into strings.cs, the file that we have there, right there.
I didn't save it. Should I save it first?
Yeah, go ahead. You can save that. Yep.
All right. So I'll save everything.
Save the project file. And in string.cs, we can just comment out this file, the
whole thing,
class that's in here. Yep.
All right.
Just make that disappear, because we're going to generate a strings class file that has all kinds of things to help route appropriately. And you can see there in Solution Explorer, check it out. Next to strings resx, there's a little caret there that we can open up.
Oh, there it is.
And you can see our designer file. And if we take a peek in there, you're going to see this is code that was generated that will do that resource inspection with the culture, and it does that same get string.
Wow. Okay, so now here in home, we can get rid of this, right?
You got it. So now instead of calling localizer hello world, we can actually reach directly into that strings resource and say strings.hello world. Check that out.
Now, does that mean I don't need to inject the localizer?
You got it.
So I can get rid of that.
You can get rid of that too.
Well, that's not one of those. I could just get rid of it.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And Microsoft Extensions localization.
Sure, because we don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a class.
It's just a class that knows how to use the resource manager to evaluate and bring back the key you're looking for.
That is really slick, Jeff. Should we try it?
Go for it. Let's do it.
Let's run it. Ta-da!
Yeah. So this is going to regenerate those keys every time there's changes in the resx files, and you rebuild the application.
Wow. Fantastic.
So, yeah. It makes it a lot easier to ensure that your resources match up with your code and you don't end up with a type mismatch and an inconvenient message you don't want being written out there.
This is great stuff, Jeff. And we would like to remind you to share Blazor Puzzle with your favorite social media platforms and tell everybody what fun we are and how much you're learning. And if you got any suggestions for puzzles, definitely send them to us at blazorpuzzle@appvnext.com. And have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Take care, friends.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out blazortrain.com and the .NETshow.com for more great content.